alone. Pushes her back into the doorway of the dorm.
Now, after beating her and doing all this stuff, he is no police were involved. They say Diddy left. They said they were kids, didn't know no better. They think back, you know, in college, they think back they should have called the police. They should have did this. They think about a lot of shit they should have did and could have did. And they didn't do any of it. But again, another pattern of abuse. They even went on to talk about an incident with Steve Stout, a record exec. Diddy had just did a video with Nas. Y'all remember the Nas video, Hate Me Now? So they detailed that incident. A lot of us knew about it, but we didn't know some of the details of the aftermath of it. And what happened was Diddy did a video with Nas called Hate Me Now. And in the video, they were depicted as Jesus on the cross being crucified and beat down by the public or society or whatever. And so this was a big video. This was Nas's chance to get a little more mainstream attention. And then also it was a way for Diddy to get a little quote unquote street cred. So it's a big video. Y'all remember Hate Me Now? Like it was a big hit. Well, anyway, the final proof of that video went to MTV and to be shown. But there was some particular scene or something that Diddy didn't like that about him, like something. It was like a vain reason more to it is what it seems like. I don't know. They didn't go into the detail, but it seemed like it was just something he didn't like how he looked or something. Long story short, Diddy goes to Steve Stout, who was a record exec at the time. Diddy drives to his office with his goons or whatever and proceeded to beat the hell out of Steve Stout. He caught an assault charge. And when he caught this assault charge, what happened? Nothing. Now, when he beat Steve Stout, they said he pummeled him with a phone and made him bleed and nodded his head up, all kind of stuff over a video that had nothing to do with, you know, Steve Stout everybody just doing their job. But if you don't do what Diddy wants you to do when Diddy says it, then violence occurs. And so when he was charged with assault, this is in New York, y'all know he had the lawyers and judges all in his back pocket. That assault charge that should have pretty much had jail time, he ended up, they knocked it down to a misdemeanor, and he had 1 day of anger management. And that was it. Case over, misdemeanor, no nothing. Steve Stout fucked up. Now, even rewind to the Howard incident. After he beat the hell out of his girlfriend and with the belt and all of that, amongst all type of other shit that happened at Howard ended up giving him I think it was like an honorary degree or some shit. So instead of him being punished, the opposite happened. He was lifted. He was made to become a bigger star because of foul shit. So think about it. If you got everything going for you, you're making money. Diddy was a millionaire, they say, at 19 years old. And so you're making money, 19, 20. You already don't think nobody can tell you shit. And then when you do some of your most fucked up shit, it actually turns and makes you a bigger star. Why are we surprised? This is why we have parents. This is why we raise our children. This is why we put them on punishment. This is what we're trying to guard against, because you can't reward bullshit. And when you look at this documentary, it goes into it. Now, one of the crazy like shit that pertain to this fucking case that people need to pay attention to in this documentary is there are so many people saying that Diddy had a gun and shot that girl with Shine in that club incident with J-Lo. Now, this is bigger than some fucking documentary shit because they trying to pull that shit back up. They trying to implicate J-Lo. And there's a driver, there's two people that got some crazy info about Diddy in that fucking club shooting that's gonna come. I'm telling you, this shit gonna come out in this Fed case. Mark my words. Two people, Little Rod and the driver. Now, the driver said something that had never been said before. He even said it when he came on the camera. He said, I've never spoke out publicly. But this driver said he was called to drive Diddy that night, Diddy and J-Lo. This was a job for him. It was just, he was called to do it. He wasn't like a everyday worker for Diddy. This is just an opportunity. He says he's driving Diddy around, and as they're going to the club, he sees, I guess in the rearview mirror or somehow, he sees Diddy fucking with a gun. He said Diddy saw him, but he just didn't say shit. Now this goes on to be an important gun because this is the one that they saying he shot the lady. That we all know, the lady that said she was shot in the face by Diddy. But if you know how the story ended up, Diddy was made to be innocent and Shine took the fall. So this driver also says after the incident in the club when Diddy, when the shots went out and Shine and all that, they say they left Shine and it was Diddy and his bodyguard Wolf riding with him, and they ended up running from the cops. They were making Diddy and Wolf was his bodyguard back there, rest in peace, Wolf. They were making the driver run from the cops, and the driver was doing what they said. He was scared. But finally, they were cornered. The police got him. The chase was over, and they arrested them all. Now, when they get arrested, the driver says, Diddy says, under his breath, I will give you $50,000 to take this gun charge. $50K. And when the dude wouldn't take that, he said Diddy offered his $300,000 ring. Yeah, his $300,000 ring. He said he could hold that for collateral. So here he is, same thing. Violence, money, no accountability. And then what happened, if y'all know the case, Diddy got out of it, innocent, lied, saying he never did anything when everybody know he was the one shot. He shot shots in the club, and Shine was a kid at this time, a young kid just signed as a rapper with Diddy. He ended up going for 10 years. And so we see again another, what do we say?
From the area of the melee towards the door. See them reaching their waist. To tell my friends, oh my God, let's go. Watch out, something's getting ready to go down. Just as I turn back and I look at them, see them both holding guns, and God said to me, be still, you're about to get hit. And I just see the muzzle flash. Grab my face because I instantly feel this hot, torching flame on my face, and I turn my head and I'm like, oh my God, I got shot in my face. I felt myself separated, and the cold air rushed towards my chest and passed through me. I could feel it pass through me. I was certain that I was going to be dead at that moment because I didn't think a human could lose that much blood and still be alive. And I just... I knew my life was never going to be the same again.
Another life ruin. That's the young lady who said, and she would say this from the beginning, nobody believed her. She said Puffy was the one who shot her. and nobody believed her. And so to the people that say, and this is a perfect opportunity to say this too, to the people that say, why didn't y'all say stuff, or why didn't anybody say nothing back then? People did. And a lot of y'all motherfuckers didn't believe them. So anytime y'all, I see that, it pisses me off, because we have people who've been saying this shit since the 90s. Nobody believed them. And now they're getting some type of justice. And now we have assholes that be in the comments or just wanting to be contrarians talking about, well, why y'all didn't say nothing then? Why y'all saying something now? Motherfucker, because y'all didn't believe them then. They did say stuff. This lady right here was saying since this happened 20 plus years ago that Diddy shot her in the face. Nobody wanted to believe her. Now they believe her. So let's stop with that. Why didn't anybody say nothing then? Because people was saying shit then, but wasn't nobody believing it. And on top of that, Diddy had the whole fucking system in his back pocket. So what the hell you gonna say? So we go on. That's one person implicating Diddy. But then Little Rod, if you remember, Little Rod is besides Cassie, he another big reason why all this shit going, because Lil Rod filed a lawsuit talking about Diddy was trying to play with him, and what did he even said Cuba Gooding Jr. Did some type of gay sexual assault to him or something, whatever. But Lil Rod says Diddy told him that he shot somebody or shot a lady in that club with Shine. And Lil Rod, I'm gonna let he can tell you himself.
With Puffy in 2023,